All right, so from a couple iconic moments to a couple of icons, front office insider, Mike involvement, ESPN Bets. Listen, I got to early this Saturday morning. Now, Mike, you spent many a season out there in Florham Park, New Jersey. Can you give me a favorite moment from out there as far as football goes?
Trevor, not only going to tell you about my favorite moment in New Jersey, I'm taking a chunk of Ohio as well.
Okay.
Let me set the scene, guys. It's the very last game in the history of Old Giant Stadium. It's the 2009 season. Win and we are in. So Rex gets the team ready to go. Rex Ryan, our ESPN colleague, we're looking at Brad Smith scoring here.
MIT.
And they are chirping a lot in terms of, hey, we're not going to play anybody. We're in the playoffs. Here's our guy Rex. We're taking a little bit of a victory lap. So we beat Cincinnati. Last game of the season, last game in the Old Giant Stadium. You know what we do the week later? We go to Cincinnati and we beat them again.
We're on to Cincinnati. And we're beating them again.
I dig it. Tyler, what you got, man?
From just this organization, from liking something about what Mike T and the Jets have done there, I really think looking at what they might do this season, and I hope it's better than this. I hope it's better than this. I hope Justin Fields doesn't have something that. Yeah, I'm sorry, Mike T. I hope he has something that doesn't make us conjure the butt fumble.
Oh, boy.
I'm sorry I had to do it to you, brother.
It's oh so appropriate, right? Like every now and again, we got to build you up, Mike T, only to tear you down just a little bit, but we're going to give you a chance to build yourself back up as well. Like that's the dynamic, the push-pull, the dance, if you will, on TV. Now, these two teams in Jersey, the Giants and Jets, are coming off of a combined 8 wins last season. But who should feel better as far as the fan base goes about the future of the organization?
Trevor, for me, it's the Jets, and I am biased because it's Aaron Glenn, somebody that I've known since 1997, helped hire him as the current head coach. But he has attributes you can't see. He is a great leader. And when you think about Dan Campbell and what he's done in Detroit, that's Aaron Glenn working with Justin Fields. And when we think about guys like Sam Darnold, Geno Smith, Baker Mayfield, sometimes it takes them 2-3 teams to get going. I wouldn't be surprised if the three of us were sitting here in November talking about Aaron Glenn and Justin Fields and the resurgent New York Jets.
Love that idea for him. Again, like you mentioned, akin to Geno Smith, finding the right situation makes everything for a quarterback specifically. Tyler, what do you like as far as the Jets play goes this season?
Well, first and foremost, I like having my trusty pointer here. So we're going to play some of my favorite bets here with these since they play New Jersey-based teams. Mike T, I agree with you. I think this is a team, when I look at ESPN Bet and I see 5.5 wins, I go, wait a second. I need them to just finish 6-10 with their offensive line, which should be really good in front of Justin Fields in their run game, and their defense led by Aaron Glenn and the talent they have on that side of the ball. I'm not saying they're going to be a playoff team, but I think they're going to be a tough team to play each and every week of the season because they're going to be physical, they're going to run the football at you, and they're going to play great defense. So I think we can get 6 wins, and the market thinks that because it's heavily juiced, minus 155 to the over 5.5. So I'm big on the Jets relative to expectation.
Nothing wrong at all with finding just little semblances of improvement. That's all you're asking for there. But when it comes to what we can expect from the Giants side of things, Jackson Dart era begins, Mike T, this season. What are you hoping to see? What are you expecting from that?
I would play him from day one, Trevor, just in terms of, I think he's somebody from day one, stat one, and my friend Tyler brought up Mark Sanchez. We had a lot of success with Mark Sanchez from day one, and he reminds me of Brock Purdy, and let me tell you why. He is a better athlete than people realize. You look at this throw from Purdy here in the back of the end zone, high points of ball, extremely accurate. Here we are in Ole Miss with Jackson Dart, very similar in terms of ball placement, accuracy, anticipation. The other part about Jackson Dart's game that he doesn't get credit for, he had 1,500 yards rushing, 12 rushing touchdowns. Guys, he's a better athlete than people think. Put him in right away and let him grow.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'd like to see Jackson Dart play. I know this guy right here, if we pull back and look at the touchscreen, he would like to see Jackson Dart get in there. Malik Neighbors is going to be his top target. And I think Malik is a baller. I just want to start there before I start handing out these bets in the NFC East. I think Malik is a baller, but there are some questions about that offense. At ESPN Bet, you can have head-to-head markets. Who's going to have more, in this case, receiving yards in 2025? A.J. Brown of the Eagles or Malik Neighbors? And Neighbors is actually favored in this market. I don't know if I buy that. A.J. Brown is a certified stud. And the Eagles' offense, we know, is going to gain a lot of yards, and score a lot of points. So at -110, this is a guy who had 1,400 yards each of the last 2 seasons. I think he will have more yards this season than Malik Neighbors. Secondly, we're going to compare Neighbors to CeeDee Lamb, the other stud wide receiver in the NFC East, and this one is more receiving touchdowns. Again, it's the same thing. I expect the Cowboys to just score more receiving touchdowns than the New York Giants this year. It's not to say Neighbors isn't a stud, but this guy had 12 in 2024 before Dak got hurt. So I'll take CeeDee and AJ in these head-to-head markets, but that's not to say Neighbors isn't a stud. I think he's a certified baller.
Biggest thing is, right, the quarterback question relative to Malik Neighbors as opposed to the 2 other cats that you just picked in those bets. Tyler, Mike, appreciate it. Mike, don't go nowhere, dog, and get your bug spray ready.
For anyone that's ever played the game of football, you know there's a love-hate relationship with training camp. And if you loved it, you are probably a psycho. But that's the beauty of the game. They say steel is forged in fire, and the foundation of a football season is forged in the flames of training camp. So with the Chargers officially kicking off training camp today, Trevor and Mike T are getting ready by the campfire. Yo!
Yeah, see, Scooby, I'm more of a glamping guy myself, but for Mike T, I'll rough it just a little bit. No bears in sight, not even applicable to Caleb Williams out in Chicago, but when it comes to the camping thing, who else could start this season on fire?
So why don't you go grab some graham crackers?
Yeah, the Hershey, you got to get it going.
Yeah, it's Jordan Love. Jordan Love's going to get off to a great start. Finally, they got a first-round receiver in Matthew Golden. And Trevor, that's what this offense has been missing. And if you take away a handful of throws from him, where he had 11 interceptions last year, we could be talking about an MVP. This team is absolutely loaded. He's gotten off to slow starts. He's going to get off to a better start, learn from his past, get Matthew Golden going, and they are going to be on fire just like this graphic.
I like that. Now, he didn't necessarily finish the way that the year that he would have liked to, obviously, but certainly can turn things around with a fast start. But as we get ready for this year, what's a team that's not quite out of the woods yet?
The Cincinnati Bengals. And let me tell you why. Trey Hendrickson's not signed. Let's give them credit. They had a really good offseason getting T. Higgins, Jamar Chase signed, Trevor. But Trey Hendrickson has led the NFL in sacks over the last 2 years. They have 0% chance of winning without this guy. Also, Shamar Stewart's not signed. But Trey Hendrickson wants a new deal, and they are fully in the woods until they get this guy signed.
Look, man, like that is a defense that struggled mightily, obviously, already. And then you take away Trey Hendrickson, you're in a world of hurt even more so in a loaded AFC North. But to pivot just a little bit, who's a player that you want to see? You brought up the s'mores earlier, some more of this season.
Justin Herbert. No one's been higher on Justin Herbert than I have since he's come in the league. But it's time for him to produce. No excuses. Jim Harbaugh, Greg Roman, good offensive line, Ladd McConkey, and what do? They go out and get Omarion Hampton. So now they should have a great running game as well. So it's time for him some more progress and get into the playoffs and make a deep playoff run. He's somebody that has all the ability in the world. The Chargers should be better this year.
Yeah, no, he's one of the most gifted quarterbacks in the league. It's why you were so high on him coming out of Oregon, obviously, but still looking for that elusive first postseason win is Justin Herbert. I know that was intense. Sorry, I had to just get one.
Where our camp countdown has reached 2 days till Chargers rookies report. I have asked our esteemed panelists for some burning questions. Bill Barnwell, what's yours?
My burning question is whether the Steelers are actually going to trade TJ Watt, who is up for a new deal after the